Our next laureate is Dr. John Diffley. He's Associate Research Director at the Francis Crick Institute in the London, UK, and he's awarded for research on DNA replication. So John, please come to the stage, and his music is Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra.
Well, thank you very much. Fly Me to the Moon. Why? Well, first reason is it's a Rat Pack song, and it allows me to do this. Thank you. The second reason is that Frank Sinatra was my parents' favorite singer, and every time I hear Frank Sinatra, it reminds me of my parents, and so it's really a wonderful thing to think about my parents on a night like this, because I think they would have been very pleased. The second reason for choosing it is that it's Fly Me to the Moon, and this is the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. And as a young boy, the space program was really one of my main obsessions. I loved everything about the space program. And I think one of the great things about the Gairdner Foundation is that it's potentially providing young kids with the kind of inspiration that I had when I was a kid. And it's a bit of a sad world these days. There's not a lot of inspiration, but so I really often feel kids don't have this great inspiration. I think the Gairdner Foundation is really doing something amazing to fill that void. So I was really pleased. I loved my week. I have to say, I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go home, but I've had a great week, especially talking to the high school kids, because they're amazing, and the younger they are, the wilder they are. They're just brilliant. I love talking to them. The third reason for Fly Me to the Moon is a little bit of a stretch, but Fly Me to the Moon is the walk-up song for the third baseman of the New York Mets, Todd Frazier, and it's the 50th anniversary of the New York Mets winning their first World Series in 1969, and that infected me with this thing that I have that I can't seem to get rid of. So, third place in the National League East was not very good this year. But it's a bit of a stretch here, because actually I came back to New York in June and had the opportunity to take my sister to a baseball game and celebrating the 50th anniversary. And it just reminds me to kind of thank my two sisters for being here tonight and for supporting me for so many years. So thank you very much. And the final reason is that, this is probably the hardest thing about this whole thing, is choosing a song to walk up to, right? It's really hard. And I had a long list, and I was going back and forth with my wife, should it be this, should it be that? And finally she just said, this wasn't even on the list, she said, just do Fly Me to the Moon. It's the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. Your mother loved it, It's like, oh my God, you know me better than I know myself. And so I think the real reason, the fourth reason is really to thank my wife, Lucy, who really does know me better than I know myself. And now, Fly Me to the Moon independent comments. I'm really super, super proud to have won this award with Bruce. And Bruce was my great mentor and taught me a lot about how to do science. I watched him when I was a postdoc, and I learned a huge amount from Bruce. And I would like to echo what he said, is that there's also been huge contributions from many people in this field, and there was this great symposium that Bruce and I both had to miss, unfortunately, but there were some great speakers. And I think it's a very strong field. It's an amazing field, and it will continue to grow. So I'll just end there, and thank you very much for your